The man was buried alive by a mudslide. He rolled down his car window and reached out to test how deep the mud was. The mud instantly poured into the car, scaring him into quickly shutting the window. Just then, the sunroof suddenly cracked open. He frantically grabbed some tape and tried to patch up the broken glass, but the tape couldn't hold against the mud's pressure. As the mud was about to crush the sunroof completely, he spotted a pair of pliers by his feet. The man quickly loosened the metal clamp and desperately braced the sunroof with it. Surprisingly, it held for now. After catching his breath, he started searching the car for anything useful, looking for a way out. But after going through everything, nothing seemed to help. Exhausted from all the effort, he was dying of thirst, but there was no water in the car. Just when he was losing hope, water droplets began seeping through the sunroof. He immediately pressed his face up and desperately licked them. Then he pulled out his wallet, took out a credit card, folded it into a funnel and stuck it in a water bottle. Watching the water collect in the bottle, he clapped his hands in excitement, but his relief was short-lived. He quickly started feeling suffocated, as the oxygen in the car was nearly gone. If he didn't act fast, he'd be smothered to death. The man quickly pulled out steel rods from a folding chair and used a nail clipper to drill a hole in the bottle cap. He found some rope, tied a tight knot through the cap, then stuffed it into the steel rod to plug the opening. Next, he used wire to punch a small hole in the sunroof and pushed the steel rod upward with all his might. But the mud was way thicker than he'd imagined. It wouldn't budge. He removed a second steel rod and kept pushing up. Still not enough. Finally, he connected all the remaining rods and pushed with everything he had. But something was blocking it. No matter how hard he tried, it wouldn't move. Gritting his teeth, he placed a towel on his shoulder and pushed through the excruciating pain. Finally, a weak ray of light broke through. He greedily gulped the fresh air. That night, it started raining outside. The mud began to loosen and sink. The next second, the car roof collapsed completely. The man frantically braced the roof, ready to fight for his life. He took a deep breath, raised the steel rod and smashed through the sunroof, then crawled into the dark, damp mud, using the rod to dig a tunnel, while bracing the mud with his back. Suddenly the mud above gave way. A massive amount of dirt came crashing down, burying him completely. After what felt like forever, a few fingers slowly broke through the surface. The man actually crawled out of the mud. He gasped for air, brushed the dirt away with his hands, and finally saw a long-awaited ray of sunshine.